Dear Basia, it is Saturday, not Friday because I had an emotional breakdown. It is Saturday and I am here to get wrecked. Wrecked, as you already know, is the latest in our string of what I sometimes call our internet entrepreneurial attempts. It stands for, well, it's a term that you and I came up with that stands for book recommendations given by writers, that would be us, that are guaranteed to emotionally wreck you. It's funny, right? It's funny. I know it is. I don't know why I'm talking to the camera like, yeah, I mean, Basia, you already know all this and you already think it's funny, which is why we decided to name the site Wrecked. Moving along, because I am here to talk about Wrecked, I decided that the best thing to do is to introduce the 3 sections of our site. Wrecked has 3, count them, 3 sections. So the first one, this is a listing technique that's used in sign languages. I use it because I studied sign language in college. It's a good studying technique. Also helps keep things organized. Writing is a section for us to talk about, go figure, writing. The things that we're writing, your superhero novel, my fairy tale. Becca asked me about that today. I still haven't touched it since November. So hopefully this will make me actually work on it again. So techniques, tips, how we develop characters, how we deal with plot twists, how we come up with plot twists when we don't have any, writing techniques, tips, things we're doing, things we're not doing, what works for us, what doesn't. We're different writers, so we'll have different things to say. Second, reading. Reading is kind of like these bookshelves. It's like the floor to ceiling, everything you can want and more. Not those are my dad's theology books. Reading is where we will keep reviews of just about anything. So books we read a long time ago and really liked or didn't like, books we're reading right now. I know you've gotten one written up about the book that you're currently reading, although I suppose you might have finished it. Anyway, books that we have both read and we'll be comparing. We have a section called She Said, which I think is kind of funny. We have something called the Punch Bowl, which is my, I think, favorite part so far, which is just like short, punchy reviews as opposed to long form reviews. In addition to reading, we have the essential tenet of our new site, Get Wrecked, which I'm really excited about because A, I love a good pun, B, I love talking about books that are emotionally ruinous. And the first book that we are going to have featured on our Get Wrecked section is, drumroll please, Sinner by Maggie Stiefvater. Sinner is actually, well, technically it's a standalone book, but it follows a trilogy. I recommend reading the trilogy first, which starts with Shiver, which is my favorite book in the series. Shiver is still going to make it onto the Wrecked list at some point because I find it emotionally ruinous. It's really good. Werewolves with a peculiar twist, and some really wonderful characters, and a really great love story that's not dramatic. One of them's, it's dramatic for other reasons. They don't have drama with each other, which is so refreshing. So refreshing. And I can't wait for everybody to read your review of it because it's spectacular. So, read Sinner, first read Shiver, the second is Linger, and then the third one's Forever. So, read The Wolves of Mercy Falls. The first book that I will be talking about for Get Wrecked is, this will come as no surprise, Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wein. I sobbed for 50 pages straight in this book. You should read it. It's spectacular. It's dual narrative, so the first half is from one point of view, second half is from another, which seems like a weird divide, but it somehow works. It takes a little while to get into the first person's narrative because you can't really get a handle on who she is as a character, but that's kind of deliberate, so you'll figure out what I mean once you read the book. Codename Verity. Get Wrecked. So that's the beginning of Get Wrecked. I hope you're having a wonderful time in Boston. I hope it is nicer there than it is here because it has been raining all day. It's not been fun. Have fun with Fernando, tell him I say hi, and I will see you on Monday.